Good morning, Drew, and anybody else who can see this. I've been reading, and in my Bible study today, one of the pages that we read was from the book of Ruth, the second chapter of Ruth. Now, I'm going to go over Ruth real quick because sometimes we need a refresher. So, first chapter of Ruth, there's this lady named Naomi. She's married to this guy, and they go live in Moab, which is like a foreign country for them. And they have two sons, and their two sons marry a girl named Orpah and a girl named Ruth. And not long after they're married, while the girls are still young, Naomi's husband dies. And then her son, who is Orpah's husband, dies. And then her other son, who is Ruth's husband, dies. So now you've got mother-in-law Naomi and two daughters-in-law, Orpah and Ruth. And Naomi says, okay, you guys are still young. Go back and live with your families. Go back and live with your fathers and have a great life. Because Naomi can't provide for them because she's just a woman. And they say, no, we want to stay with you. But then Naomi says, no, really, go. So Orpah goes back to her family, but Ruth goes to Naomi and she says, wherever you will go, I will go. And your people will be my people and your God will be my God. Now, the Moabites didn't worship God. They worshiped false gods and they did sacrifices and all these bad things. So Ruth follows Naomi and they end up going into this other area. They get to this other area and they have no way to take care of themselves. And Ruth sees an opportunity to go out and work in the land. And she's working out in the fields, working really, really hard. And this man named Boaz sees her just out of nowhere. He sees her and he recognizes her and he sees how hard she's working. And he sees what she's doing and he starts protecting her and watching over her. Now that's chapter 2 is when Boaz sees her and starts protecting her and watching over her. And there's a lot of people who read this story and they're like, well, I mean, that's awesome, but wouldn't it be great if Boaz came into my life and watched over me and protected me? But this is the reason I'm telling you. Today, the reflection for the reading, the guy who's reading the thing to us said, you know, Ruth had that one really good day, but Ruth had all of those really bad days. She had the day where her father-in-law died, then the day where her brother-in-law died, and then the day where her husband died. And she had no hope, and she had nothing. And she replied in faith to Naomi and said, I'm going to follow you, and your God will be my God, and I'm going to do what you do. And Ruth proceeded in a very scary time with faith. And she walked in this faith, even though stuff was really, really scary. And then Boaz saw her and noticed her. And this is the beginning of where Ruth's story gets really, really good. Now, the reason I felt like I needed to tell you this today is because the main idea from today's reading is that, you know, you might not be Ruth chapter 2 right now. You might be Ruth in chapter 1, where your metaphorical father-in-law has died and your husband has died. And you're walking through a really dark, scary place right now, but there might something be amazing and it's coming. And what you have to do is you have to keep walking and keep having faith. So I pray really, really hard today that no matter what, you just keep fighting and keep having faith, because there is a reason that I read that today, and there's a reason that I was motivated to tell you about it. I love you. You're doing great. Take care, and I'll be praying for you. Bye-bye.